So those are all the characters confirmed for the beta, and I'm sure they're going to be playable in the final game with more characters to come as well. Next up, we're going to go over the challenges that you can get, and the Friends Hub and the dares, all that kind of system. Okay, so with the challenges, you complete challenges when you perform like specific actions during sessions, and they encourage you to do certain things in the game rather than just the same old poison and smoke. You earn extra XP. They come in 3 different steps, and you can also unlock abilities as well, and they range over the different modes. Some are mode specific, ability specific, style, how you play, and assassination related as well. They also pop up on the bottom right hand corner when you complete them. So you've got your leaderboards with any other game that you usually play with multiplayer. You know, you've got your best scores in all the different game modes, and then you've actually got a friends ladder. So the friends ladder, you know, it's a bit of a competition between everyone. You've got like a kind of a ranking system to measure like your performance with everybody else. A bit like Autolog for Battlefield and other games that EA are making. And you've also got this dare system, so you can challenge people to beat your score, and when they play and they've got a lower score, your name will pop up with your score to try and encourage them to beat you, kind of thing. And if you do manage to beat someone, you might actually get extra credits or bonuses. I'm not 100% sure. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, people playing the beta will know more than me at this time. So the 2 maps that are available to play in the beta and should be in the final game are Knight's Hospital and Antioch. These 2 were in all the demos beforehand. Those will be playable straight away on both or all the game modes that are available. And then the other one is Galata, which is this one here, kind of a city-based one. It looks like it's in Florence or something, and that is unlocked during the beta sometime, maybe halfway through it. Okay, so the final progression bit at the end of the game, you'll come up with where you've ended in the game. Obviously, it'll come up with the leaderboard, and then it will come up with all your session accolades at the bottom, and other people's like Hall of Fame in the center. You've got, you know, the most kind of like important ones, kind of thing, most kills, who won, and then it'll come up with your session score, like bonuses for accolades and challenge. That's all your XP bonus, and then you get a total, and then through that XP bonus you'll get Abstergo credits. So if you unlock something through the XP system, going up and leveling, and you unlock, let's say, poison, you can't actually use poison unless you buy it with the Abstergo credits. So depending on how well you do and how many Abstergo credits you get, you use them to buy and purchase stuff to play then in the game. So you unlock stuff with the XP and then you buy it with the Abstergo credits. You've also got a voting system at the end of games now, so it's a bit more fluid, which is really cool actually. Obviously this is looking at other games that have got this kind of feature, and it's good because it's fluid. Everyone can just pick the map they want and go to the next one instead of waiting on another loading screen doing nothing with that stupid soundtrack in the background. That's annoying, and you can just get straight back into the action. Okay, so last but not least, you've got the customization. So you've got this Templar profile where you can have your picture that you can pick. You've got the title of your name, and then you have your name and then a title underneath of what you want. Like if you're stunning, you have like Master Stunner or whatever, and then you've got the emblem on the left hand side, which you can customize, and that will be on your character. You can choose where that is and change it with colors and stuff. And then underneath that you can see character customization, so you'll be able to change colours of body parts or the main primary weapon, which I mentioned earlier. And then you've got this Templar profile and stats kind of screen. So when you're looking through the leaderboards on the Friend Hub, you can click on the people and it'll come up with your Templar profile, and it'll come up with a few like main statistics like your favourite ability. It'll come up with your emblem and the picture, what level you are, your name, all that good stuff, and the character that you use the most, I think, there, and you'll be able to check through that with other people. Now, when I mentioned the customization, it's a lot more than what Brotherhood was. In Brotherhood, you could just change colours and the general layout of how the person, what they wear, or what accessories they got on or whatever, and that would just change for the whole body. This one, you can change everything. You can change the kill animation, you can change the stun animation, you can change the taunts, which I'll go over in a minute. You can change each individual body part. The primary weapon and the secondary weapon are both changeable. You can change out all those. All those will be buyable with the credits as well. So the customizable stuff is huge. I'm going to go over some stuff now that I've picked up that isn't in order. I'm just going to go over it and hopefully have some gameplay in the background. Obviously I can't play it, so I've asked some really cool people if I can use some of their gameplay in the background, and they've all gave me permission, which is super cool. So you'll have something decent to look at in the background instead of a black screen and my annoying voice. So let's get into it. I've still got a bit of a cold lingering, so bear with my my warped voice. So the change class thing, when you die and you spawn back in, they've literally halved the spawn times, and when you die it will come up in the left hand corner. You can just switch right and left, so if you've made any preset classes, you can just switch between them and select it, and when you actually spawn in, you'll have 5 seconds to change it, so you can actually still move around and get back into the thing, and then just press left and right to pick whichever class you want. Also the hidden bonuses, or the escape bonuses have changed now. Instead of just getting a 100 point escape bonus, in Brotherhood it was a lot better. If you were escaping someone, if you were running away from someone, it would be better to actually go up and stun them, because you'd get the escape bonus and the stun. But now it's a little bit more beneficial to just escape, or escape and stun. So if you just do a regular escape, oh no, there is no regular escape. If you do an out of sight escape, so it goes down, it's yellow, you get 150 points. If you get a hidden escape, that's 200 points. So that's in a crowd, as you're hidden. A brutal escape is when you punch them, like you're escaping it, and then you'll stun them. That's 200 points. And a regular escape, I think, is when you're escaping them and then they get killed or stunned or something. And then you'll just get 100 points for that, because you haven't really done anything. So the other thing as well, a few things that I've noticed that have changed. The artifact assault, when you capture the flag with the artifact, when it was in I think Comic-Con, it was 1,000 points, and then in the PDF file that I'll have all links in the description for all this. So if you want any more information, just check the description. They changed it down for the information in the PDF that it was 800 points, and now in the beta it's 500 points. And I kind of disagree with this, because in one way, obviously, when the whole point of winning the game is to get the flags and all the artifacts, and when you get them, you get an extra point for your team. But if you bring down the points and the points and the points, people are going to think, I just want points, I want XP, I'm just going to kill people, and that will detract from actually playing the objective. I mean, obviously, most people will realise, look, you've got to go for the objective, but having that incentive of getting 1,000 points just gives it that extra bit of recognition. Look, go for that, and you'll get lots of points, and more people will naturally do it. If you get 1,000 points for capturing the artifact, you're obviously going to go for it, because it's going to be a lot more beneficial than getting kills, isn't it? Another thing I've noticed is the free running has improved a lot. I mean, going up the walls and stuff and climbing is a lot quicker, and the animations have changed. I don't know whether you have to press and hold A to jump, but as soon as you do that jump animation, you're so quick, like jumping up and do right up to the top. They've also got this little flip where if you're hanging on the ledge, you can just like do a little flip up and then carry on running. So how you go, like you jump on the posts, or if you're stuck on one and you just hang, and you can like twirl yourself up, which is pretty cool. The other things that I've noticed are a better class change at the beginning of respawn. You edit stats while waiting. So when you're waiting for a match, you can actually change all your stats, and you can change everything, all your character, all your customization. You can look through all your friends' hub and all that stuff while you're waiting to get into a game, which is a lot better. I mean, the other one before, you just were looking at a screen with that annoying music in the background, which was a bit of a piss take. The accolades. So accolades are just like little dog tags kind of thing, telling you what you've done well in each game, each round, and obviously each one's a specific for different types of things that you do, like most kills and most points, but then you've got rubbish ones like most deaths and stuff like that, and those will give you extra XP. So I've also noticed that the thing I was saying about there's no penalty for roof runners. There's the drop kill or the grab kill as it's called now. It used to be drop kill in Brotherhood. That's gone from 250 to 450. So you can see they're giving a lot more points for, getting rid of the roof runners and giving you a bit more incentive to not run on the roofs. But that's not going to stop the problem. That's just giving you, and they're rare enough as it is anyway. I know Esco and Luma were talking about it, that they're rare enough as it is anyway. So it ain't going to make much of a difference. The Y or triangle button now has changed a lot. You can do a lot more stuff with that. You can use it to help up or revive your teammates when you're playing team-based modes. And you can also use it to taunt as well, and those are customizable. Those are pretty cool. And when you finish a game and the leaderboard comes up, you can press it and taunt and just mess about, just to have a bit of a laugh. And perks actively appear on the screen. So as you're running, if you're using auto bash and you bash through a crowd, it will come up above your head with the little symbol telling you that perk is working. So sometimes, like when you're playing, you forget about stuff that's on, and you'll take things off because you think it's not useful sometimes. But as you're playing, it'll come up with the symbol. This might have changed. I haven't actually seen any gameplay of people using, perks that would actually actively come up as you're using them. But obviously, auto bash would be the most realistic one to do. That may have changed now. It was in an older build, but I'll confirm that. The gameplay in the back here, as I'm talking, some of it will be relevant as I'm talking. Like, if I'm explaining something, that will be in the background. It will be, on the screen for you to see. But when I'm just talking about the game, people, Luma, Angie, Legendary 92, Esco Blades, and Lynx 1989 or 85, I forget the number, have been kind enough to let me use some of their gameplay. So make sure you go check all of them out. Look in the description, it will have links to all like my videos and stuff that I'm talking about. This video is going to last maybe 20 minutes, but go and check all those people out, because they're making some really cool videos on the beta, because they can actually play it. So go check all of them out. They've been nice enough to let me use the gameplay, so please go and check them out. They're awesome. So the other thing is some of the new abilities as well. The trip mine, when you throw that down, you have to wait 3 seconds for that to wind up and work, and then it will do a little radius. But you have to be careful, because if the other person is walking through it, if they trigger off but you're right there, that I think they can still kill you. It happened in one of Luma's videos. I'll probably have it on the screen now so you can see. And when it works and you put it down and you wait and they run through it, you can go and stun them, and it blinds them a little bit, and they get stunned like in Smoke. You go stun them. And the other thing as well, it's not just triggered by your target and your pursuer, it's triggered by any person in the game. So a target that's a person playing that has no relevance to you whatsoever could walk past and trip it off, and then that's an ability wasted kind of thing. So if you're going to use it, you might want to use it wisely. Try and get in a good position where only your target or only your pursuer is going to come up and trigger it, because it can be a bit of a waste otherwise. Closure as well. Closure closes all the chase breakers. I haven't seen anyone use this. I'm pretty sure it's in the beta. I haven't actually seen anyone use it, but I've got some footage, so it'll probably be on the screen. And that's a really cool ability. I can see how that's going to be useful in some stuff. And also some of the perks that are useful as well. Sentry. I've been thinking about this perk. It would be useful for Revelations. Sorry. If you have this perk on, it lengthens your lock ability. So if you lock someone and they run off, as they do because you've got roofers all over the place, it will just keep it on a bit longer. So if you're chasing after them, you have to go on the roof and they drop down, you can see exactly where they are, which is a perk I'm going to be using. And Hot Pursuit is a perk where it's like silent escape, and it's the other one where you're pursuing someone and their detection meter goes down slower. Those are both combined into one now, so both those abilities, both those perk attributes work in one, and that's called Hot Pursuit. So I presume that would be a pretty good perk as well. Obviously these are just a few abilities that are new. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more in the final game, especially the perks. I'm sure there's going to be a few more perks and abilities as well. Another thing that I've noticed is there's a lot more rewards for defensive players. I know I've gone over a few of these points before. I'm just going to go over them, but there's so much more that defensive players can do now, and there's so many more advantages that are given to defensive players. So it's easier to spot running players. If your pursuer is running past you and your target, it will come up with the symbol to lock on. But for your pursuers, it will come up with a big red triangle. So if they're in high profile mode and they're running, it will spot it out for you. So it's a lot better. It encourages you to be a lot more stealthy, which is good. Throwing knives can now be used defensively. If you throw knives at someone that's coming at you and you know it's them, they can't actually kill you. I'm 99% sure this might change. This is just for the beta. Obviously, if you know different, correct me. But from what I've seen, if you throw knives at someone that's trying to kill you, you can go up and stun them, which is really cool. The knives are going to be really good. I'm probably going to use them a lot more, especially for roofers as well, and people that are just going to be sprinting all over the place. It stops them dead. There's obviously there's the higher points and the bonuses for escaping, which is a lot better. The stuns count for streaks as well now. But the only disadvantage is you can stun anyone. But there's no penalty for this. This is obviously just, it will completely expose you. The honourable death is good. You get 100 points when you die. The stuns are quicker, and they have a longer range as well. So the quicker is good. The longer range I'm not 100% sure about. Obviously this is a good thing, but if you contest every single kill, I mean, especially I can see manhunt. I can see if you play a game and every single one of your kills that you go for are going to be contested, that is going to kind of piss you off a little bit, if not a lot. And obviously more abilities can be used defensively as well, so that is always a plus. Now I'm going to go over some general information from interviews and stuff. I just want to say again that I'm sorry about my voice. It's not too bad, but it's a bit fucked up for commentary. But yeah, I'm just going to go over some stuff that were from interviews and stuff, and just general information. So the I don't know whether you saw this, but I didn't use it at all. But the Assassin's Network is back for the PC. So if you go on the website, you can actually look at your stats and stuff, and share info with your friends and that. I probably won't use it myself. The last one that they had was pretty poor. It didn't really work properly, but they said it's going to work this time. So that may be something that you might be interested in. Obviously, I've gone over the dares for the multiplayer. Emblems, I don't know whether they're going to change this, but if you don't have an emblem, it comes up on the back of the players. This was on some of the footage. It comes up like a square, like a window. I think they've got rid of that now. That was just in the Comic-Con or the E3 footage. You can choose obviously your primary and secondary weapons. There's also going to be loyalty awards for Brotherhood players to give them a little bit of an advantage. So that's an actual quote. They actually said that you'll get an advantage, a little advantage. So if you played Brotherhood, you played multiplayer, I'm pretty sure it's just multiplayer. You might get some stuff for single player, but I'm pretty sure it's just multiplayer. Or if you just played Brotherhood anyway, you'll get some advantages there, maybe some extra perks or abilities, or something that will give you an advantage, not just an extra hat to wear. There's no bomb crafting in the multiplayer, because there is in the single player. There's bomb crafting. You can make different bombs, but there are some good bombs that are going to be available as abilities that are from the single player. Whether you'll be able to use the one that was in the single player reveal where you can throw it and kill someone, I'm not sure, but one would be cool if you had like a fire one where you could throw it and it makes like a barrier. That would be pretty cool for like defending, or if you could drop it and it the person can't run through it. It would just be like smoke anyway, but that would be pretty cool if you took damage from it and you could die from it. That would be pretty cool. The matchmaking is promised to be completely improved, very quick, sleek, as people playing the beta will notice this anyway. And the Templar profile card, I've gone over that. Yep, gone over that. Big emphasis on approach, obviously, which is shown by the detection meter. You have to go up. This is a bit of a disadvantage at the moment. People are not liking it at all. I'm sure it will be tweaked or changed. Throwing knives are much more powerful, as I've said, and there's going to be 99 prestiges, which will add to the story each time, a bit like Call of Duty. And I've all the people that are saying they play the the Assassin's Creed game and the whole of the saga and the series just for the single player. You might actually want to get involved in a multiplayer, because the story is there's gonna be extra story in the multiplayer. That, you know, the multiplayer is part of the story. It's not just some random thing that's tagged on. It's actually part of the story, and there's a reason why this kind of thing's going on anyway. So there's going to be a lot more emphasis on that kind of thing, and it'll improve the story behind the multiplayer, and it will give you cutscenes as you're playing, and it will come up with little messages telling you whether you're doing good or bad, and you'll get actually like emails kind of thing, messages from the people from Abstergo. So it's kind of like a neat little plus to the multiplayer. So it's adding an actual story to it. They've also said that a lot of the abilities will be available from the start, so you can use. I don't know whether they'll be available. I don't know whether there's going to be loads available, but and whether you have to buy them or not. But they said there's going to be a lot of them available at the start, so people can use them to think of new strategies and stuff. Because I know a lot of people, and the big complaint was when you first started. You know, if I started playing Brotherhood now, literally you have nothing, and if you're playing against level 50s, you know, the smoke poison you. So it's a bit of a piss take for new players to come in and try and do good. And that is about it, really. That is all the information that I have gathered over the last few weeks on all the multiplayer stuff. I hope you've enjoyed. Obviously the gameplay in the background was from, and the gameplay that I've used throughout is from a lot of my friends on YouTube making videos at the moment, so go check them out. Be sure to check them out, guys, because they are legends, and you know, the community wouldn't be the same without them. So I will be linking loads of people in the description to go and check out. And the people who have used videos, you know, legendary 92 Accolades, all those cool people, Links 1995 or 8, and Angie as well. So thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for you guys for letting me use the videos, and I hope you've enjoyed. See you later.